going, everyone? Mega Mashers here, and I thought I'd wake up a little bit earlier to get this video off for you guys. So in this video, we are going to be reviewing Scolipede. Scolipede has got to be one of the most coolest Pokemon, not just design-wise, type-wise, stat-wise, but also ability-wise too. And we're going to get into all that right now. So, typing that it gets is Bug and Poison. Bug and Poison is actually a pretty decent typing, defensively as well. So, it has a 4 times resistance to fighting and grass. And you also resist Bug, Fairy, and Poison. However, you are weak to the likes of Fire, Flying, Psychic, and Rock, but thankfully you have no 4 times weaknesses. But, because you're weak to Rock, that means you're also weak to Stealth Rocks too. So you gotta watch out for that shit. So take a look at the abilities here. The first one it gets is Poison Point. Poison Point is a pretty awesome ability in which you have a 3% chance of poisoning your opponents if they were to make contact with you, which is pretty solid. The next ability, however, oh my god. This right here is one of the most busted abilities ever, in my opinion. That is Speed Boost. Speed Boost boosts your speed by 1 stage every turn. You know where I'm going with this. The thing gets Protect, Swords Dance, Baton Pass. Oh, buddy, it's game time. It's game time! Woohoo! And lastly, it gets Swarm, which is a pretty decent ability in which if you were to be knocked down to a third or below of your health, Swarm would kick in and your Bug-type moves would get a 50% power boost. That's all pretty awesome, that's all dandy, but Speed Boost, definitely the best ability in my opinion. And take a look at the stats here. So we got 60 on the HP, 100 on the attack, 89 on the defense, 55 on the special attack, 69 on special defense, and 112 on that speed. So this is definitely meant to be a speedy as hell Pokemon, and especially given the fact that it gets Speed Boost, it's going to be nearly impossible to revenge kill without priority. So how about we navigate our way into Pokemon Showdown right now. So the first set that I have for you guys is something that is actually meant to be hit down to the Focus Sash. So you'll notice here for the IVs, I have zeros in the HP, Defense, Special Attack, and Special Defense. So you're pretty much guaranteed to be hit down to your Focus Sash. And the reason for that is because of this move right here, Endeavor. Endeavor lowers the opponent's HP to the same HP number as yours. And we'll be going with the hasty nature to further lower your defense. And let's just take a look at that nearly non-existent bulk. Yeah, it's going to be very easy to hit it down to Focus Sash. So the first turn, I'd recommend you set up either your spikes or your toxic spikes, or if you're able to one-shot a Pokemon, then you could go for something like Mega Horn or something like that. But the main theme in this set is to set up hazards and use Endeavor when you get hit down your Focus Sash. That way, when you get knocked out, your switch-in can come in and BAM! Pow, 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 pow! That's when the game starts, baby. Woo! That's when the game starts. So, the item for choice is going to be Focus Sash to allow you to survive any one-hit KO move at full health. So things like super effective moves like Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, you know, Psychic, Stone Edge, things like that. Moves that would otherwise knock you out, well, Focus Sash is like, no, you're not going to get knocked out in 1 turn, bro. That's why I'm here! So the first move that we got is Spikes, and Spikes is an awesome entry hazard that you're allowed to lay up to 3 times, and it damages your opponents regardless of their type, well, with the exception of Flying or Levitate Pokemon. But Spikes takes away 1/8 of your opponent's health every time they switch in, and if you have 3 layers, bro, I think you know where I'm going with this. Factor in Stealth Rock's damage, wow. It's going to be pretty difficult to switch into some entry hazards who are taking considerable damage. And the next entry hazards, we got Toxic Spikes. Now, this can only be set up twice, But when you set up 2 layers of Toxic Spikes, that means that anytime your opponent switches in, barring if they're a Flying, Levitate, or if they are a Poison type, Toxic Spikes disappear. But anyways, more often than not, Toxic Spikes is a pretty damn good move because this badly poisons your opponents if you were to lay down 2 layers of Toxic Spikes, and that puts them on a timer. So, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this set. I already explained Endeavor and Megahorn. Well, Megahorn is base 120 power with 85% accuracy. No additional effect, but it's just a hard-hitting move to begin with. So, that's pretty much all I gotta say now about the first set. Let's move on to the second set. So, the second set is meant to be more offense-based. We're going to be rocking a Life Orb to allow you to have a 30% boost in the power of your moves at the cost of 10% of your health. Once again, we'll go with something like Speed Boost, because Speed Boost for the motherfucking win. And the first move that we got is going to be Megahorn, because it is the best Bug-type stab that Scolipede has. Next, we can go for something like Aqua Tail, which takes care of its Fire and Rock-type weaknesses, as well as dealing super effective damage to Ground-type Pokemon. And then we got Poison Jab for the damn Fairy and Grass-type Pokemon. Although Megahorn takes care of Grass, Poison Jab takes care of Fairies. And it's also Stab, if I hadn't said this already. And it has a 30% chance to Poison, too, which is pretty cool. Now, this thing does get moves like Earthquake, it gets things like Rock Slide. So if you want to substitute Aqua Tail for something like one of those moves, then you can definitely do that, too. Lastly, we'll go with something like Protect, because Protect is great on Speed Boost, because not only does it allow you to scout out what your opponents are going to do, but Protect also protects you from taking any damage that turn, and you get a free Speed Boost, and you're pretty much good to go, baby. You're good to go. So we'll be going with an Adamant Nature to give you a very important increase in your attack stat. We'll be going 252 EVs into attack, 252 into speed, and 4 into defense, and we'll go with an Adamant Nature. Now, the thing does get Swords Dance too, and if you're going to go with something like Swords Dance, then go for a Jolly Nature and get rid of Protect, because that way you have 1 setup move and 3 attacking moves to give you a wide range of coverage. So that's all I gotta say about that set. How about we move on to a set that is so viable in Ubers. Like, this thing can actually work out pretty well in Ubers. You're meant to use this as a lead. So, we got Focus Sash to allow you to survive any move that would otherwise one-shot you. Once again, we'll go with something like Speed Boost, because Speed Boost, fucking awesome. And then we're going to go with Pin Missile. Pin Missile is a base 25 power move with 95% accuracy and hits 2 to 5 times in a row. This is ideal for taking on them damn Deoxys leads and any opponent that wants to lead with Darkrai. Pin Missile could essentially take out the Darkrai, and this ignores Focus Sashes, because Focus Sashes are meant to help you survive any one attack at full health. Pin Missile has at least 2 attacks in one single move, so that's pretty damn cool. The next move that we got is going to be Toxic Spikes to allow you to set up your entry hazards and poison your opponents anytime they switch in. You set up 1 layer of Toxic Spikes, you're going to inflict regular poison damage on any switch-ins. However, if you set up 2 layers of Toxic Spikes, you inflict badly poison, which is worse than regular poison, because the damage racks up and increases every turn. Up next, we're going to go with Endeavor, because Endeavor on an Uber set is actually pretty damn cool, because this thing is frail by Uber standards, and any attack in Ubers is going to knock it down to its Focus Sash. So that's when Endeavor comes in, and you knock their HP down to the equivalent of your HP, which is 1 HP. Damn, son. Damn, you're going to be good. And lastly, we got Protect, because Protect allows for you to get that free speed boost, and from there, you're guaranteed to outpace any unboosted Pokemon in the Uber sphere. And the EV spread is going to be, quite simply, a Jolly Nature to increase your speed, and we'll go with 252 attack, 4 defense, and 252 speed. And that's all I gotta say about this set. Now this last set here, I know, hold on a second guys, hold on. I know that Smogon has nerfed Baton Pass, and rightfully so. But do you think that, for 1 second, I'm just going to ignore its Baton Pass abilities? Because this thing is pretty damn deadly as a Baton Passer, too. So the item for choice is going to be Leftovers to allow you to have passive recovery at the end of each turn. However, you can go with something like Black Sludge, because the thing is a part Poison type, and it's a Poison type Leftovers. It damages Pokemon that isn't Poison type, but if you're Poison type, it's a Poison type Leftovers. And we'll be going with Speed Boost, because why the fuck not? Speed Boost, free stat boost, absolutely amazing. The first move is going to be Iron Defense. Iron Defense boosts your physical defense by 2 stages. This is very ideal for passing those statuses on to any physically defensive frail Pokemon, and you'll be able to give them a very, very important buff. Up next, we got Protect, because Protect is an awesome move on a Speed Boost set, not to mention it also racks up free Speed Boost, and you're scouting out what your opponent wants to do. Up next, we got Swords Dance. So if you don't want to pass on Defense Boost, you can pass on Attack Boost to a Sweeper and just fuck up a ton of shit. Swords Dance boosts your attack by 2 stages, and with Speed Boost, you're going to be racking up some really awesome stat boosts. So after a couple of turns, you're going to be pretty much good to go to Baton Pass. Baton Pass is an awesome move that switches you out, and it takes your stat boosts with you, and any Pokemon that you switch in, they get those stat boosts for free, and they're ready to kick ass. Now, I remember I seen someone with a Baton Pass chain. They led with Scolipede, they got up a couple of Iron Defenses, and they Baton Passed into an Espeon with Calm Mind. And the thing of it is, Magic Bounce, it completely shafts any Pokemon that tries to use Roar Whirlwind to phase out those Baton Pass stats, because, well, Magic Bounce is like, no. Anytime that you try to set up entry hazards, anytime that you try to set up statuses or try to phase me out, with the exception of Dragon Tail or Circle Throw, of course, I'm just going to stay in and set up in your face and Stored Power sweep you. And Smogon banned it because, or not banned it, I should say, they nerfed it for good reason, because it's pretty easy to abuse a Baton Pass chain, but at the same time, you need the perfect opportune setup in order for it to work out. So the EV spread is going to be a timid nature with no attack. We're going to go with max HP, max speed with a little bit of special defense, and that's it. That's all I got to say about this set and all about this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like, comment, rate, subscribe to the Masher Army, and I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. So thanks for watching. I shall see you guys next upload. I gotta go get ready for work now.